What's up everyone, Frangrams here, and today I just want to talk a bit about the future of my favorite Mario games of all time, the Mario Galaxy series. If you've been a fan of Nintendo for any amount of time, there's no way you don't know why this is such a goated series. It's Mario in space. The possibilities are endless. The level designs were peak, the boss designs were goated, and Nintendo gave us 2 of these games on the Wii. And then, silence. They gave us Mario 3D World as our main 3D Mario game on the Wii U, and Mario Odyssey as our 3D Mario game on the Switch. I like both of these games, sure, and obviously it makes sense that Nintendo wouldn't just make Mario Galaxy games from now on as their mainline 3D Mario games, even though I wouldn't complain. But I think maybe, just maybe, now is the right time to get another sequel to the Galaxy series. So I feel like going over a couple reasons why maybe we could or we won't get Mario Galaxy 3 on the Switch too. Reason number 1 why Mario Galaxy 3 might not happen is the fact that it's a third installment in the series that hasn't seen a new game in 14 years. You heard that right, 14 years. Isn't that how old Jake Paul is? So yeah, sure, Mario Galaxy has a lot of fans clamoring for a 3D game. But think about all of the kids who were born when the Mario Galaxy 2 was released. That means there are millions of 14-year-olds now running amok with no idea about what a Mario Galaxy even is. Instead, they grew up with games like Mario 3D Land and Super Mario Odyssey, and they're like Nintendo's biggest demographic. So yeah, familiarity is a big thing if you want something to sell, and sell a lot of. And sure, people are familiar with Mario, but they might not understand why there's a big 3 on the box art for the new game, and why Mario is even in space, and that could lead to some confusion. So how do we remedy that? Oh yeah, we unalive the 3 and just call it something like Super Mario Universe, because I'm sure nobody in the world has come up with that name. Alright, so one reason I can see Mario Galaxy 3 showing up on the Switch too is the fact that Nintendo has a chance to give us the most beautiful looking game they've ever given us on any console ever. A 4K Mario game in space. Like, what can beat seeing a big Luma in glorious 4K? Now maybe I'm wrong and the Switch won't be 4K, but I'm pretty sure I've read some reliable rumors that the Switch 2 will be as powerful as a PS4 or even a PS4 Pro. So there's that. And what better way for Nintendo to showcase the new console's graphical capabilities than with the new Mario game where he's traveling through stars and planets. This game even has the potential to sell TVs at Best Buy. That's how good it can look. Another reason why I think Mario Galaxy 3 can happen is the fact that Nintendo already has the formula for this game right in front of them. They wouldn't have to come up with a new gimmick or anything like that for this Mario game, and instead just focus on designing new levels and enemies and stuff like that. It would shave off like 5 minutes off their brainstorming for the developers. But now this also leads me to another reason why this game might not happen. Nintendo is Nintendo. And with that I mean they just love to surprise us from time to time with things their fans either aren't expecting or flat out just don't want. We might just get 3D World 2 or something. That's just as possible, and that's a scary thought. The worst thing about 3D Mario games is the fact that we're used to getting like one new one on each console and that's it, with the Wii being the exception. I'm not over here saying Nintendo forgot about Mario or anything. Clearly we've been getting a bunch of games like the RPG Mario games on the Switch, which are miracles in and of themselves. But I'm spoiled, alright? I want Mario in the 3rd dimension more. So the fact that we might only get one 3D Mario game for the entirety of the Switch 2's lifespan, and it might not be Mario Galaxy 3? Like bro, that's kind of ridiculous. Please don't make us wait longer, Nintendo. But this also leads me to another positive thought. Maybe we might just get 2 3D Mario games on the Switch 2, like they did with the Wii. Mario is arguably at the height of his popularity right now, with the movie grossing over $1 billion and Hollywood set to make more huge Mario movies. The public will have Mario fever. So for us to get just one new 3D game on the Switch 2, now, just seems like Nintendo doesn't want to make millions. So this way Nintendo can make Mario Galaxy 3, which can satisfy both new and older Nintendo fans alike, and maybe drop a second 3D Mario game not in the Galaxy series at the end of the Switch 2's life cycle. Or it can drop these 2 games the other way around. I swear, Nintendo should be paying me for this advice. It's like golden. One way I can't see this happening though, is if both Mario games on the Switch 2 run on different engines. For example, a big reason we got 2 Mario games and 2 Zelda games on the Wii and then the Switch is because they were both reusing assets from the previous games, because they were sequels to themselves, obviously. So it might be difficult for Nintendo to give us 2 completely different 3D Mario games on the Switch 2. That's why Nintendo should just make Mario Galaxy 3 and then 4, problem solved. Alright, on to my last reason Mario Galaxy 3 can happen. It's the fact that it can mix both open world and linear gameplay aspects. For example, people like Mario Odyssey because it was a return to form for 3D Mario like in Super Mario 64, where it allowed players to just play in these sort of sandbox kingdoms. And Odyssey did that, where it gave you kingdoms to just roam around in, collecting moons here and there, instead of just going from one level to the next in a more linear fashion. With Mario Galaxy, Nintendo can apply the same formula to a Mario Galaxy game by just making the galaxies themselves the sandboxes. Of course, one downside to this would be that we would most likely get less variation in the galaxies if we instead got larger ones instead. Man, the difficult thing about predicting Nintendo games is the fact that they're just too unpredictable. At least PlayStation and Xbox fans know what their next Gears of War or Uncharted games are going to look and play like most of the time, but Nintendo just likes to keep everything a surprise, for better or for worse. So yeah, those are my quick thoughts on what I think could happen with Super Mario Galaxy 3. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks for watching.